My name is Anthony Irving, aka formerly Man Boo. I'm here to talk about my love for the community, to my brothers and sisters and comrades, and why it's so important about self-love, self-unity, self-awareness, and why we must be for us. Explaining this to you, by loving yourself, we must do for the community as a whole. Because no one's going to do for us, by us, about us. About police brutality. Things are being done now because men are taken away from the homes at earlier age, and because we as men and parents and queens are not teaching the youth how to be men, how to stand up and honor the word man. By sitting back, knowing how to protect the house, how to be productive in a house, how to act like a man, be a man, how to protect us when it's time to protect us. The police can only do things to destroy us because we let us be destroyed. We are our own worst enemies. This is the form that I have taken as Anthony Irving to change that from happening. By teaching the community to be self-aware, by protecting yourself, by honoring yourself, by being aware that a man must be around to protect that queen, to protect that house, and protect that neighborhood. By learning how to defend himself physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially, and spiritually. First, spiritually, by knowing who he is. Knowing that he comes in the way of a prophet, by knowing that he is a true child of God. When one knows himself, one understands himself, one knows when to protect himself, how to protect himself, and conduct himself. Financially. Once we're financially secured, no one can destroy us. Not just being hood rich, but being wealthy. By owning something. Owning a home, owning a car, owning one's mind, owning one's education, and owning one's understanding of the self. True being is self-love. Self-love is loving yourself, or not to whore yourself or destroy yourself. And that comes from teaching one's kid of who he is in the righteous manner of a woman or a man. Community. Community is self-protection. It is protecting ourselves from outsiders. It's by doing for self and investing in our community, about us, for us, about us. By buying black. Nothing is wrong with it. Nothing is wrong with it, because we need to keep the wealth in our community to keep the police and others from destroying us. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Talk about prison. I am a returning citizen of 19 years. Yes, prison is not a joke. Prison is not fun. Prison has destroyed the African American community. I have seen young men raped. I have seen young men murdered. I have seen young men mentally destroyed, physically destroyed, and I have seen young men give up. I have seen the women population decimated and destroyed. 21% of households are single women. 21%, by men being away. We as men must stand up and protect our communities by getting back in our communities and doing the right thing as men should, by honoring our women and honoring our children. I am telling you from first-hand experience, being away, not being a father to my daughter, was the most hardest thing that I could ever do. It destroyed a beautiful relationship. It destroyed me. And I had to see another man who I honor and respect be a father to my daughter, to raise her to be the young, beautiful woman she is today. Every day of my life, I struggled to be a father to her because I was away in prison. Understand this. If you have your freedom, respect it, cherish, honor it. These youths need us in every way. These young women need our protection. They need our love. They need our support. They need our honor. These young men need us. They need our support. They need our teachings. They need our guidance. They need our understanding. To see young men come into prison today, be raped, be murdered, be killed, receive unridiculous numbers and sentences, that means that a family somewhere is not protected. That means some mother has to go through the hardship because a breadwinner is gone. Her foundation is gone. Understand this, we have to be more engaged. There is nothing bad about our children today. When we say our children is bad, that means we have failed as a parent, because we are the first teachers in a child's life. Without you, there is no child. Without your wisdom, your knowledge, your strength, your understanding, your experience, and your support, there is no king, there is no queen, there is no president, there is no first lady, there is no astronauts. They come from you, the great parent, the great community leaders. They come from you. Once we begin to understand this, we are unstoppable. I will teach you 5,000 years of true history. The word slave. White Caucasians was enslaved before Africans. We have always been warriors, thinkers, leaders, military leaders. We have been rebellious, we have been fighters, we have been doctors, scientists, leaders. We have had some of the greatest kings and queens in the world has ever known. King Shaka, Shaka Zulu, Kelly Miller, a math professor at Howard University, J.A. Rogers, one of the best authors in the world, Malcolm X, a true prophet. We had Jesus, who was a prophet. We have many of us today of Howard University who are true prophets, who are teachers, who are leaders, who are founders of our community. Central State University, great leaders, businessmen who have came out and done wonderful things for our community. Atlanta University, we have great leaders. So stop believing that we are inferior to anyone. We are superior and a gift to the world as they know. A lot of people have experimented on us with syphilis, AIDS, and many diseases, and we have always set the stage for the greatest comeback the world has ever known. In every way, we continue to come back. We continue to rebel in every way. I tell our youth today, I thank you for you being you. And some of you do what you haven't been taught to do. As you fail, it's because the community has failed. We look today for the government to support us in many ways, and the government don't give a damn about us. We must support us, by us, for us. It's the only way we will survive in society today. I look at you in Baltimore, you have brought great change. I can never ever fault you for anything you have done, because the reason why I haven't taught you, I haven't trained you, I haven't prepared you, and nor has the community. We have failed as elders because we have not taught you, trained you, and educated you. Ferguson, same thing. I applaud you. All over the world, people stand up today for being oppressed, for being unheard, for not being taught. Over in Africa, we talk about President Clinton was great. There was a genocide of over 2 million Africans. Not one military plane came, not one Marine on the ground. Think about Kosovo. President Clinton sent B-2 bombers, F-117 bombers. Why? Caucasians. Europeans protect Europeans. Not that all Europeans are bad. There are beautiful Europeans in the world. But we must do for us. We must do for us. We must begin to invest in these communities. Because if the community invests in the community, we keep more young brothers and sisters out of trouble. We keep more of us out of prison. The more we begin to teach one another, the more we become educated. The more we begin to invest in ourselves, the more we begin to love ourselves, understand ourselves, and become self-aware of who we are, what we are, and what we must accomplish in our communities. You must never give up the fight. But the fight is not always physical. The fight is also mental. The fight is spiritually. It is financially. To see this and understand this sometimes takes great change. It took me 19 years of my life in prison. Not a game, not a joke, not fun. For me to begin to understand who Anthony Irving was as a man. To begin to understand what I have done to destroy my community, my family, and my childhood, and my fatherhood as a father. Not being there and seeing another man raise my child. Yes, he did a beautiful job. I am deeply appreciative of it. I applaud him. But I have failed my child, my only child, my gift to the world. And I ask you, start loving yourselves, appreciating yourselves, and getting back in these kids' lives. They need us. They can only be great with us, and they can only be a failure without us. The community fails because men is not there to protect them. Think about this. 1980, 1990, you never had this much police killing in our communities. Never. Think about that. Think about this as you queens out there begin to see things. Back in the 70s, homosexuals would wear skinny jeans. Today, you run and buy your sons skinny jeans. You basically have taken the culture of homosexuality and turned your sons into lesser men. You never, ever make a mistake like that. No man walks around with his ass out, with skinny jeans on, and things of that nature. We need our men to protect our homes. We need our men to stand up and protect our communities. But we need our queens to have an understanding of self-love. Get yourself together. Knowing who you are is the greatest gift to the world. You have given us life. You have nurtured us. You have gave us understanding. You give us support. But understand who you truly are. You have a gift to give. And the community needs you to teach and lead. I ask you, sit down and think about who we are as a people. Harriet Tubman was a fighter. Ned Turner was a fighter. Angela Davis was a fighter. The Black Panther community taught us how to protect our communities. Every day we understand that we are under siege, people. Love yourself. Fight with us right. Because no one can stop us as a nation. No one. We must stand up, support ourselves, and fight for what is right. Come on, people. great football leaders, like my nephew here, Malik, to be educated in school. Like, never make the same mistakes I have made. Been to prison for 19 years, taking a turn at destroying households, destroying neighborhoods, and coming home, making a change, being productive. This is where it starts, right here, today. This is our change right here, the Friendship Academy and so many others. These great young men is our future. To the people. To the people. I just want to give a wonderful shout out to DC for supporting me, believing in me, to all of you who have shown me love, all the women who have been through the hardships of what you had to go through with me, and individuals like me. We love you, we appreciate you. Any family members incarcerated, please support them, write them, love them, cherish them, get help for them. Make sure you understand what they're going to go through best, but also ask them to get themselves together, because the community needs our men. We need our women to come along to be future leaders. We need the support, because understand something, without them, without you, there is no community. For all of us and all of you who are doing the right things, making change, I want to just thank you. I love you. To all our youth, thank you. We understand you. I support you. I love you. Power to the people.